So the word on the street is that Sony has abandoned their social media for some time now, more than 24 hours. Sony PlayStation thought they were unstoppable. Sony PlayStation thought that, guess what, they can do anything without being checked. And although I have been checking Sony for the best part of 3 years, more and more persons this week was checking Sony. Yes, the fallout from what Sony said earlier this week had Sony running, had the fans that support them running as well. And all we are doing is saying, Sony, where you at?
Where you at? Ooh. Where you at? Ooh. Where you at? Somewhere smoking crack. Where you at? Ooh. At the trap. Ooh. Smoking crack.
Crack! Yes, that is what Sony has to be smoking if they thought that this was going to fly with gamers.
Yo, shout the season, man. Come on, the season, man.
Yo,
This nigga boy big fight.
So as Sony continue to fight for their life, let's think about what they said a little deeper. A couple days ago, the entire internet roasted Xbox when they heard rumors that, guess what, Xbox is about to close down and lay off a number of devs. Yeah? And a matter of fact, there was one report saying that this would be one of the most layoffs in the gaming industry ever. There was one article that said that. Now let me ask all these media outlets this. Let me ask all these gamers this. If Sony is taking almost everything from PlayStation gamers when it comes to owning, according to what Sony had said.
All right, here we go. We're gonna just steal a couple of things.
Excuse me, can I help you?
Starting with common office objects.
Hey, that's my stuff.
Such as staplers and pins and all sorts of things such as that.
That's it, I'm calling security. But no!
Wouldn't that also mean that they are taking away from all the workers who are dependent on the second-hand market?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Let's think about it, guys. Currently, GameStop employs about 4,000 permanent workers. They also employ some 11 to 16,000 part-time workers. If it is they are dependent on the second-hand market, and Sony has just single-handedly ended for physical games for these industries, then what would happen to the employees that work in that industry? Wouldn't this be Sony directly impacting layoffs for more than 16,000 workers? Think about it, guys. I ask you, what would happen to Gamefly? What would happen to that rental company? They employ over 200 workers. What would happen to Gamefly and any business like this? Why isn't the gaming media saying what Sony is doing would impact not only the gaming industry, but other industries throughout the gaming space? Why is no one talking about that? The so-called Sony fans who said that they care about gaming and they care about the industry and all of this rubbish, why are they not seeing that what Sony is about to do here will directly impact not only gamers, not only devs, it would impact everyone? Well, this is why I am here. I am here to bring it to you live and help you to see what the other so-called journalists is not even mentioning. But let me hear what you thought about that. But the bad news don't end there for Sony. No, it doesn't. Because recently we would have seen Sony went all out for GTA 6. Changing their background on Twitter to GTA 6. They would have been putting so many GTA ads on the platform itself. Yes, Sony was really behind GTA 6. But all of a sudden, since this news came out and the backlash with all the fans, the question is, did Rockstar GTA 6 run Sony like this?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get right here, man. Shit.
Yes, because currently there is no more adverts on PlayStation website or on their Twitter for GTA 6. Is it that GTA 6 said that, or rather Rockstar said that they don't want to have any part of this bad press that Sony is getting? Right now, none of PlayStation social media websites have GTA, promotion on it. And it really goes to show how bad this news is. But this is not all, guys. This is not all. For years, most gamers knew that the physical games that they buy, they are just renting a license. And there are some persons who are saying that there is no difference between downloadable content and also physical content because it's all licensed that you are renting. But gamers are saying no, at least you can still sell your physical games. When it is you buy your games digital, you cannot sell it. Well, there's big discussions on this, and persons are just so angry with Sony because at the end of the day, they are the market leaders. They can make a change, but guess what? They are not. Look how these guys are freaking out.
Just because you buy a digital version doesn't mean that you should be giving up any of your consumer rights. And this concept and this dichotomy between physical and digital editions, and that the digital editions, they're just almost assumed that you have less ownership of them, is bullshit. It is a false dichotomy that has been created by companies in order to give you the illusion that you have control when why are people so stupid? Why are they so
All right, I'm gonna chime in here. Just lower your cortisol. Don't get too stressed, Asmin. Habibi, take it easy. Now, I'll tell you why I think this is a problem. First of all, having no physical, all right. So you're saying physical and digital is the same thing. We don't own it. That's debatable. Try selling a digital copy. If you buy a digital copy, try selling that. Try letting your friend borrow a digital copy without using that game share crap. It's much easier with physical. Even if the ownership is small, there's still some ownership. And the major thing is that a lot of people are actually really angry about is that some people are saying like, oh, it's gonna save Sony a lot of money because 80% of people are buying digital anyway. Fine. If you're gonna go fully digital, then pass the cost savings down to your consumer. Make digital products cheaper. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would not care. But that's not the case. So if I'm gonna pay the same price that I would pay for physical on a digital, I'd rather have it physical. Even if it's just a key at this point. So Nintendo, even though I don't really agree with key cards, I would take that. So that's my point of view. Now I hope you understand.
Yes, Karim here made a lot of sense. And I was just thinking that if Xbox was to release or drop a console in the next, let's say, 6 months, this is an easy win for Microsoft. All Microsoft need to do, in light of all of this that is going on, is say that here what we support physical games. We are looking to protect games, and I guarantee you these consoles will fly off the shelves and it will truly be a return to Xbox, the console. But I mean, I hope Asha Sharma and the executive team there don't miss this opportunity and don't not read the room. Right now, the room is open to be read. Microsoft, I hope you read it and you adjust your strategy. But guess what? That is not the end of it, because these ponies are tweaking. Yes, Sony is out of their minds. Because guess what? Gamers did some more tweaking into the user agreement of those who would have purchased PlayStation 5s, and they discovered something very, very interesting. Listen to this article.
Physical game defenders learn idle PlayStation accounts can be deleted after 3 years. Critics have found a new reason to protest Sony's shift away from physical games. The company's terms of service explain that EU PlayStation accounts left unattended for 3 years are at risk. Buyers could potentially see massive collections of digital PS5 games vanish. Sony's decision to end disc production in early 2028 has outraged advocates of physical gaming. It has also brought to light a frequently overlooked part of the company's terms of service. In regions including the EU, not logging into PlayStation accounts for 3 years could result in deleted digital games. What the TOS says. gamers like Astle have been considering the ramifications of an all-digital future. On social media, he shared Rule 21.2 listed in the SIETOS. If you have not used your account for at least 36 months, we may take steps to close it. Users would first be contacted by email and given 6 months to log in or instruct Sony to keep the account open. In the U.S., unless an individual violates other conditions in the TOS, the company can't take the same action. For European users, the stipulation has been in place for several years. However, as is often the case, consumers didn't read the document until the controversy over physical games arose. Opponents of digital games consider the TOS discovery more evidence that PS4 and PS5 discs are a safer investment. Buyers could lose years' worth of purchases with wiped PlayStation accounts. That said, there are no documented cases in which Sony followed through on the threat. Is PSN account deletion a non-issue? Other observers wonder why anyone would leave their PSN account unattended for so long. Still, a player may decide to temporarily move to the rival Xbox or Nintendo ecosystem. An extended military deployment is another valid excuse for not using a PlayStation console or app.
Yes, it seems that Sony is telling everyone that they will own nothing and like it. And a matter of fact, they should love it.
Nothing like saltwater soup. And I got sugar water for dessert. I'm going all out tonight.
The bad news is not ending with Sony. Although I stopped here, there was still news of lawsuits coming towards Sony. There were news of Sony is preventing, so many countries from playing token fighters. I mean, there's so many bad news happening right now for Sony. It's not even funny. But we'll talk all about that in tonight's podcast. So tune in to the Let's Get It podcast. Guys, let me hear what you thought about the videos. Let me hear what you thought about all of this that is happening to Sony right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.